Okay, I'm going to start to make my little vegetable soup. And as with anything we make around here, it all starts with Claire. Isn't that right, young lady? Who's just lounging around right now.
These are all the ingredients that we're going to need. I already chopped up 2 cloves of garlic. We have an onion. We need 2 stalks of celery, 2 carrots, which we'll eyeball, 2 zucchini, green beans, kale, which is behind us, 8 cups of chicken broth, and 2 cans of cannellini beans.
Okay.
And everything has to be chopped.
Chop, chop, chop. Well, the garlic is going to get minced, so you can chop
well, little minced is little.
Little chop.
Little chop. That's little chop.
I'm going to go here. We have our basil growing, and I'm going to pick quite a bit of it. I got a little bowl down over here, and I'm going to get that, and I'm going to make fresh pesto utilizing the basil. I will get into the ingredients in a little bit, and I'll go ahead and pick that. I can't really do it because I'm holding the camera. So we have our big pot here going. It's got some tablespoon or 2. I'm not sure, maybe my wife scrimped because she doesn't use a lot of olive oil and whatnot, but I like olive oil. So, but there's olive oil in there and it's heating, and we will get back into making this in just a moment. Here she is doing the zucchinis. What have we decided to do with the zucchinis? They have to be chopped?
They have to be chopped. So.
Okay. So you might cut that in half again and then.
Yeah, 3 times.
Oh, I don't know about 3 times, but okay. Well, she's going to get that all ready. We got onion over there,
garlic,
carrots, celery, green beans.
And then the kale is behind you over there.
Kale in a big bag here.
And
we got at least 4 cups of that, but that goes down to nothing.
The zucchini, the onion, the garlic, and the green beans and the celery go in first, right?
I think so.
Well, you better check it.
We'll double check. So we're going to add the onions, carrots, zucchini.
No, not the zucchini.
Not the zucchini. But you're mixing the zucchini.
I'm not mixing.
Oh, okay. You're separating it now. Okay. Onions.
Onions and garlic.
Onions and garlic is going into the pot. Okay. Then we're going to have to do carrots, so she's going to have to chop those up.
Let me finish the zucchini because it's already half.
But that doesn't go in till later.
It's not going to go in, but this way it's cut.
Well, it goes in after about 10 minutes of this.
I already started cutting it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's not going to be bad. She's just prepping up the zucchini. But we're adding to the pot is the garlic, the onion, the carrots, and the celery. And that's supposed to cook for about 10 minutes. And then we're going to get to the next part after that. Here's our little pot with the carrots, onions, garlic inside of it right now. We're going to cook that for about 10 minutes. Okay, I have my basil, enough to do something with anyway. And Maggie's getting out the green beans, and we're going to cut those into about half-inch pieces. I usually just like to cut them in half, but probably these will be cut in about a third to give you half-inch pieces. So. Alright, well, Maggie has added in the green beans. It looks like she left them a little bit larger or uncut, a little bit bigger. I kind of like them bigger, but this did say cut them into like a half-inch pieces originally, so, but that'll be fine. There you go. And we're going to get that go still. It's still going to go for about 5-10 minutes now, because we've been kind of cooking some of this stuff. I just gave it a stir. Okay, I have in my little blender here, I have 2/3 of a cup of olive oil, a half a cup of Pecorino Romano, which is an awful lot, I thought, and there's 2 cloves of garlic. And we got on the side over here. I don't know, in a minute, I guess. We're gonna have add in the pesto, and Maggie's adding in all the other stuff in there, which included what? We got kale.
4 Roma tomatoes, coarsely chopped.
Chopped. Yeah.
The kale and the zucchini, but I also have to open 2 cans of cannellini beans.
Yeah, we got to put the cannellini beans in. Yes.
This
Okay.
looks like a lot of kale. That's gonna cut
It'll
down.
melt down to nothing like it.
That was 4 cups, but that'll cut down.
All right. Let me go ahead and double check on that, and then I'm making the pesto on the side. Here's my little pesto mix. Could have maybe used more basil leaves, but that was an awful lot. Or I thought it was an awful lot. I don't have much left of my plant over there. so we'll see what happens with that part that I plucked the leaves off of.
Oh yeah, it should be a little thicker.
Gotta always add more leaves, but you know, we'll see. It'll be all right. I got surprised. It said 2/3 a cup of oil. That was a lot.
An awful lot.
Yeah.
How much basil did it say you used?
Well, I think it said a cup or something like that of packed basil leaves.
Oh,
but
no, I don't think it was packed.
yeah. No, hardly.
Okay.
Alrighty, here's our soup.
We started with garlic and onion and olive oil. Then carrots, green beans, the celery. Then tomatoes, kale.
Cannellini beans, right?
Did I say green beans? I think I said
green beans. Yeah.
The Roma tomatoes. And then 8 cups of chicken stock, low sodium. And there you go. This has to come to a boil and then simmer until all the vegetables are tender. Yeah. This is the big pot.
You want the lid on it? Yeah.
We could put the lid on and sort of just
boil.
let it get. Okay, we can make sure there's no creepy crawlers.
They'll be dead.
Probably ants these days.
Alright, so yeah, okay, we're just gonna go with this at least another 10 or so minutes. It's a jar. No, it's a pot, dear. It's a pot. It's a pot. So yeah, it's all cooking away. We'll go about 10-15 minutes or so and come back later. I'm probably going to end this part here and pick it up later when we have some of it served. Alrighty. Okay, here's the end of our creation. We got all that good soup inside of there. And well, I'm going to get a little bit to chow down on. Get it all good and stirred up there, dear. Are you going to have any? It's very, very hot right now. Unfortunately, it's also a hot day, so I really enjoy the hot soups in the cold weather, but this will be okay, too. I'd heat me up enough. Just a little bit, another bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have my pesto mix, which I could probably use more basil in.
Or less olive oil.
Or less olive oil. I'm going to give that a stir.
Oh, it's getting thicker. Well, that's because it's cold in the refrigerator.
Yeah. So.
Right on top.
Yep, go in there.
Okay.
And there I have a nice little dinner. So I'm going to eat that up, and hopefully my wife will get some in a little bit. She says she liked the broth, but I'll have to, of course, just do my little, because I got the fancy salt and pepper things now, the grinder, so I'll have to put a little spritz on it just to do it. Alright, that's it. Hey, little one, did you get some broth? Huh? You going to give her any broth?
No.
Oh, she needs some broth. Okay.